Hello, welcome back to Carp Interest, Season 1, Episode 5. Today I'm at the famous linear fisheries in Oxford. I'm currently based on the Oxlease lake. I managed to scrape a peg this morning. Some guy was packing up, so I managed to drop in behind. It's very busy at this complex at the moment. It usually is busy through the summer, but due to furlough, it's absolutely heaving. So to get a peg, you've done well. It's nice to have a choice of pegs, watch the water, but in this case, it's just you have to jump in and make what you can with a peg. I was meant to come down here yesterday and do a 3-day session, but because of Storm Francis, I knocked it on the head and I left it a day later because getting the rods out wouldn't have been ideal, it wouldn't have been accurate, and it wouldn't have been that enjoyable. So I left it a day later, but sadly, this lake is closing Friday for a booked event. So that means my session is now 48 hours only. So I've lost a day, although I'm going to wait and see, and I might even just jump on Brasenose 1 or Brasenose 2 for a 24 if there's space. So my attack on this session so far will be, I've just started off by putting 10 to 15 spombs of particle and boilie in, and I'm going to put 1 on the spot and then 2 just off the spot, and then hopefully snag 1. Going to give you a quick look at the rigs. I'll get one that I've already tied up. So here's the rig I'll be using for the majority of this trip. It is your Ronnie rig, sticky baits krill pop up on, and little anti-tangle sleeve here with a semi-stiff hook link. Helps aid kick away from the lead when it's in the water. So as you can see, when it's in the water it's semi-stiff, you can see already the resistance it's causing. It's kicking away from the lead. So it makes it all presented in the water, ready for a fish. So I've just put the 3 rods back out again, but I've put them in a tighter spot now. Topped it up with 5 spombs of bait. Using this tactic on the tight spot, I'm hoping to try and get a couple of bites when they're moving, rather than just have 1. It'd be nice to get a few fish for camera. Car just damaged the audio. Cheers, mate. There's some big fish in here. I believe the biggest fish in the lake is over 50 pounds. And I believe Tom Maker's over there opposite me, and that's the one he's after. Whoa! The chuff is that? Planes on steroids. Welcome back, good morning. As you can probably tell, there was no fish last night. I haven't heard anybody's alarms around the lake. I haven't seen anybody on the opposite bank catching. It seems to have slowed down. But I put another 5 spombs out of just particle, no boilie, just to keep some food source on the ground. Hopefully keep them grubbing through. I've only got 1 night left, so fingers crossed. But for now, I'm going to get the cooking on and I'm going to feed myself. There's a bite for sure. So guys, as you can probably guess, or probably hear on the bivvy, the heavens have opened, which hopefully will spur the fish on. But I'm inside the bivvy. I don't really spend too much time in here usually, but when I do, it's because it's raining. But what I'll do now is I'm going to run through what rigs I'll be using for tonight. I haven't changed it drastically, but I've changed it up a little bit. As I've told you, I'm baiting up with the Scopex squid and particle over the spot. So here we have the Scopex squid and then obviously the particle. So I've opted for, on the two rigs I'm going to put on the spot, is going to be Manila pop-up and the top of the corn. So that's going to sit in between the particle and the boilie, hopefully trip one up. And then on my long range rod, I'm going with a pink krill, sticky baits pink krill on a Ronnie again. This one's just going to be at range. I might even throw boilie sticks and boilies over the top of it, but I predominantly want that just as a single, and I want to see which one presents a fish. If I can get one on the range spot, I will probably put another one on the range spot and then a little bit more bait. But as for now, my money's on the baited spot. More bait. But as for now, my money's on the baited spot. So we're heading into the second night now, still no fish to report, sadly. I mean, I'm hopeful for a bite. I've got a baited spot out there with a couple of rods on, so I'm slightly confident that I could still steal a fish. Not all is lost. The long range rod is out there now where the fish was showing this morning. I haven't seen any fish show for a while now, so there's nothing really for me to go at other than sit on my hands on the baited area and hope that they start feeding. I put another 3 spoms out of just boilie onto the spot, and if they do visit the spot, there's enough there now to keep them there for a while, so hopefully I can turn a blank into a multiple catch. So you probably won't hear from me now until the morning unless I get a fish. So hopefully, fingers crossed, tight lines for myself, and hopefully I can bring you some content. So I'm back in the motor now. Obviously that means there was no fish to report, sadly, but I'm not too disheartened about this, as I know the fish are in there to be caught, and sometimes we just have to draw a blank. So I'm going to go into the next session at Oxlease with different tactics. So I'm going to head off home now. I've got a 90-minute journey to get home. There will be a 3-day trip next month, end of September, big fish month, and we are planning carp interest. I'll go into Linear. If we can't get on Linear, we're going to head off to Orchid or Farlows. So there will be another vlog at the end of next month at one of those venues. So if you like the videos, make sure you subscribe and you're liking. The content's going to keep growing and getting better. We're new at this, so it's only going to improve. So if you like and subscribe, show us the support. We always appreciate it.